Yeah, I had a couple questions
Sure.
for you, Steve, and
Yeah.
I know how busy you are, and my
No,
heart
no,
goes
no.
out
Go
to
ahead and
you
ask away.
with
Gateway
everything
Pundit's
you
on.
got going
Gateway
on.
Pundit's my spot. Don't worry about it. We're good. This
Here,
is
the
all good.
first question is: I thought it was
Yeah.
outrageous today when John Carl is asking you about retribution, and I'm thinking to myself, scratching my head and saying,
What
do
are you
they even
talking? I know it.
understand what they're doing to Donald Trump,
Yeah.
what they're doing to you, what
Yeah.
they're doing to
Yeah.
Gateway Pundit too? I mean,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's literally unbelievable. But in the interview, just say it shows you how tone deaf they are. Not just tone deaf; they're blind. All they care about is keeping their power. They see it slipping away. They're very nervous about the investigations that we're going to launch on them. The deep state. You saw. Carl today was obviously very nervous, and he keeps saying the media, because they know the collaboration between the propaganda media companies. It's the regime's propaganda department. So they're fully
Absolutely.
aware. If these people haven't done anything wrong, what are they all so scared about? Why are they
Right.
why are they so worried? Why are
Right.
they so worried? If you haven't done anything wrong, everything will be fine. But if you're Clapper or Hayden or Comey or McCabe or
Right.
Garland, you should be very worried.
Absolutely. And for what they did to this country and this president and to people like
100%.
you, it's unbelievable.
Well, it's what they did to the country, what they did to President Trump. But we're going to get to the bottom of all of it. The Gateway Pundit readers understand we're going to get to the bottom of all of it.
Absolutely. And by the way, Steve, they lie about us all the time, as you know, and our numbers continue to grow as their numbers dwindle. And we were at 3 million page visits a day last week. So
Wow.
they, as you can say, they can suck it, right?
Right.
Here's a couple questions. I wanted you to answer this before,
Sure. Sure.
while I had a minute to talk to you. One was, we found out that, all of these voter registrations and all of these voter rolls in these battleground states, we're seeing, like in I know you know this, in Wisconsin, like 1 million extra or 3 million. In Michigan,
Yes.
they got a million extra. What we've heard is that these people who, if the Republicans and conservatives need to address this before August 7th, because there's this timeline, this timestamp that you can't bring in, you can't challenge the voter rolls 90 days out. That's this one rule that's totally unbelievable. But there it is. And I'm wondering, why aren't we focusing on that more? Why aren't we, telling everybody to get out and make sure that they can help with this issue?
I think it's a top priority, and I think this got why is there seeing why the state party's not on these groups? Some groups are, but it's absolutely got to be top priority. I agree with you.
It's absolutely critical, I see, and as you know,
it's the way they steal it. They need a corrupt voter roll to be able to create the phony ballot.
Exactly, and you know that better than anyone, right? And of course, with the Gateway Pundit reporting too that we've had, that's how they're doing it. We all know that.
Yes. Yes.
One other question I really wanted to get in with you, and that was that we see that if Joe Biden, and this comes from Heritage Action, if Joe Biden is they can't kick him off, the Democrats, because there are 3 states, Georgia, Nevada, and Wisconsin, that have rules that you can't just kick a candidate off within this time period. He has to be removed because of insanity or the 25th Amendment. Otherwise, they can't field another candidate in those states. So
because he's the official nominee of the Democratic Party.
Exactly, and this is what I was hoping.
He's not the official. Just because he won the state primary, I don't think he's the official nominee until the convention.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure that's correct.
Okay.
Well, I think those delegates that are his have to be certified at the national convention. I thought they got to the national convention even those 3.
Okay. Well, there are a couple of regulations that say within in Wisconsin it was, I believe, into June, and with the 2 other states, I think at this time period, I think there's some regulations. But anyway, people need to be aware of that, and I don't know why we would.
But let's think about it. But here's what I think politically the president's got to do in the campaign is that in all of us, we have to make the process of this is the political side, not the as commander in chief. On the political side, we have to make the process of changing from Biden to whoever they change to, whether it's Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama or Whitmer or whoever, is we have to make that, we have to toxify that process. We have to show how they lie to they hate democracy. And the simple reason is that they stole this from every Democratic primary voter. Remember, they didn't really have a primary. They shut it down because they didn't want Bobby Kennedy on the stage with Biden. And therefore, that they gun decked the primary, and then here you are. They're anti-democratic.
Right.
That's what we have another, from now until the Democratic convention. We have basically, I think, 30, 45 days to toxify their process and let the American people see what happened, because they've known Biden is in this shape for a while, and to let them know they didn't have a primary, they didn't want Bobby Kennedy to be a challenger. Now they want to do power politics in a smoke-filled room, and I think the American people fully understand what went on here. They'll be revolted by it, and Trump will win by 60. It'll be 65-35.
Yeah, as he should. Absolutely. I think another thing too, Steve, and I agree with you 100% on that, of course. But another thing too is the fact that the Democrats and the media, they got exposed, and it's not just that Joe Biden is has serious dementia, which we all knew back in 2020. We've been saying that for years.
Yes.
But the fact that they were just, what was it, 2 weeks ago, they were talking about deep fakes and stuff, deep fake videos that Joe Biden's, he's fine. These are doctored videos. They hate the American public. I think that's what it exposes. They really hate people in this country to do that to us.
And here's what I think is, it's just not the political class, and it's just not the political operatives or apparatchiks in the White House. This is at the highest level of the media companies. The fix was in on all this. They all know it. They've known this for over a year. And that's the national security aspect of it. Leave his politics aside. They put the country in jeopardy. I mean, look at Ukraine. Look at Zelensky is in full. Zelensky in 72 hours lost Biden, is going to lose Boris Johnson and the Tories, and is losing France. So Macron. So this is a national security issue. The Biden situation, that's what I think Trump did earlier, to expose. It's beyond hypocrisy, but how much they don't care about the country. Because now we have a national security crisis that can only be rectified by the 25th Amendment. We can't get to January to a Trump presidency with Biden right now. This is not about the politics. There's no chance he's going to be president of the States. That's impossible. Nobody will do that. It's ridiculous, right? And all the big Democrats are going. So, from the New Yorker to the Atlantic magazine to the New York Times main editorial. So that's ludicrous. But what has to happen? That's why somebody's going to make a move on the 25th Amendment now.
Right. Absolutely. And I hope I didn't lose you there. But yeah. And I think we're in a delicate situation too, because you obviously it would help Republicans, if Joe Biden is running, but the country comes first. So what do? And at the same time, you don't want one of these rhinos to screw the party and usher in another 4 years of Marxism,
Yeah.
So
you're seeing Nikki Haley already, and she's making moves.
Oh, disgusting!
Younger, all that. It's disgusting. But it's out there.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to go through, Jim? If you got any questions, just text me.
Oh, okay. I can do that. All right. Okay, Steve. Well, God bless you. We love you, Steve.
No. We're going to get you on the show this week. I may not be the host, but we're going to get you on the show. People are very upset about this bankruptcy. They want to know DOJ's role in your bankruptcy.
There's much more to tell, Steve. And it's, the bottom line, Steve, and just to end with this, the bottom line is they want to be able to shove ballots through machines late at night. And if they get caught, you're not going to say anything about it, because that's what our case is about.
I think we want to get you on the show tomorrow morning, where we're live from outside the prison. I think you would be a great 5 or 6 minute hit.
Oh, so that would be great, Steve.
I'll come back here.
All right.
Perfect. Come back.
Okay, my friend. Bye. God bless you. Let us know anything we can do to help. Okay. Thank you.